Well, hi boys and girls. We're back again with Alfie, but you're getting to enjoy these weekly stories, aren't you? They're good, aren't they? Well, I got a very special treat for you today, Alfie. You see, I'm not going to tell you a story today. Do you remember Phil? Phil tells good stories, doesn't he? Yeah. Well, we've got Phil to tell a story, and just as an added extra, he's accompanied by a friend of his. Do you know him? I don't know if you do. His name's Mac. Do you know Mac? You don't. Well, Mac's a lot of fun, though he's a bit noisy. It's Mac the Macaw. So, Phil is going to tell us the story about the boys who said no. So, let's all enjoy it together, shall we?
You remember Mac, my friend, Mac the Macaw? Well, Mac is with me, but I will admit I'm a little bit upset with him. So he's not going to be in a very good mood. I hope you don't mind. You see, well, I'll let Mac tell you. Mac, where are you? Okay. Mac, okay. Now, what's... Yes, I know I'm upset with you. Why am I upset? Oh yes, that's right. Because I told you to be home in time for tea, and you weren't home in time for tea, were you? Yeah, well, I know your friends wanted to play longer, but I asked you to be in time for tea, and now the tea was cold, wasn't it? So I know, but it was your friends. But you need to learn to say no. It's hard. I know it's hard to say no, Mac, but sometimes it's important to say no because that's the right thing to do. Yes. When's it right thing? Well, I tell you what, Mac, I have a great story. Do you remember a couple of weeks ago, Kerry was telling us the story about Daniel? Yes, that's right. Yeah, that's right. He was with the lions. That's right. In the lion's den or the lion pit. And God saved him. That's right. That's really good. That's right. But now this is a different story. Yeah, this is a story when Daniel was quite a young man. Oh, and I've got a bit. Okay. Okay. I've got a little bit for the boys and girls and you to help me with. Is that all right? Okay. Now, every time I say no, I want you to turn your head like that. Can you do that? Ready? So we say no. Oh, you don't have to squeak at the same time. Just say no. Okay. No. That's it. And no. Very good practice. Okay, you ready, boys and girls? You ready? Whenever I say no, you've got to do it. Yeah, you're very good at that as well. So this is the story. God was very sad. Most of his people had stopped listening to him and when he was talking to them and following his rules. Change your ways, God warned them, or you will have to leave this special land I gave you long ago. But the people wouldn't listen. Yeah, a little bit like you. You didn't listen to me. That's right. So God let their enemies defeat them and destroy their cities and carried them hundreds of miles away to be slaves in the land of Babylon. There were, however, a few of the God's people who did not forget him. Among them were 4 young friends. Daniel is one. That's right. Daniel, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. The boys were clever and strong. So Nebuchadnezzar, the king of Babylon, decided to treat them right. He gave them soft beds, rich foods, and an education at the very best school. No, there was no corona there. There was no COVID virus, so they could go to school. That's right. And all in the hope that they would forget about the land they left. But Nebuchadnezzar had not reckoned on them being the boys who liked to say no. You forgot, didn't you? Okay, let's try it again. They were the boys that liked to say no. Very good, that's great. King Nebuchadnezzar, a chief servant, was put in charge of turning these boys into good Babylonians. For dinner tonight, he announced, we will be having the following choices from the king's menu. Pink pork sausages, plump pork chops, and perfect pork pies. No, I don't think they had pork coloured flavoured seeds. Can I get it out right? I know I got that wrong. No worries. Okay. The king's food looked good, but Daniel, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego knew it was made from something that God's rules said they should not eat. The rules they had been taught in their own land. The rules that God had given them. and the rules and the land and the God they had promised never to forget. So they turned to the king's servant, and together, you ready? And together they said, no! You did it, that's right. The servant couldn't believe it. No! Pork? Pork, pink pork, sausages, he asked. No, said Shadrach, but I wouldn't mind a few carrots. No, pig, pork, chops. It was plump pork chops, sorry. And no, said Meshach, but I'll have a green salad. Not even one perfect pork pie? No, said Abednego, but some beans would be lovely. The king would be very angry, the servant explained. If you do not eat this food, you'll go tired and ill, and then the king will punish me. Won't you change your mind, please? You ready? No! That's good, said Daniel, but you will not get into trouble, because we will not grow tired and ill. Tell the king that we wish to have a contest. Yeah, like a competition. For 10 days, the four of us will eat nothing but vegetables and water. The other boys in the palace can eat your food, and then we shall see who is well and who is not. The servant agreed, and so did the king. And for 10 days, the boys who liked to say no, very good, said no to everything but vegetables and water, while the other boys ate their fill of the king's food. What happened? The God who Shadrach, Meshach and Abednego and Daniel, that's good, would not forget, he didn't forget them. At the end of the contest, the boys who liked to say no looked healthy and strong, much healthier and much stronger than the other boys, in fact. And so from then on, Daniel, Shadrach, Meshach and Abednego were allowed to eat whatever they liked, all because they were loyal. Loyal means faithful, and they stayed with God. So they were loyal to God, and because they were the boys who liked to say no. Yeah, you forgot. Try it again. The boys who like to say no. Good, fantastic. Isn't that a great story? And it's all about us learning, you see, Mac, to say no. Because sometimes in our lives, some people ask us to do things and we know we shouldn't do them. Even friends. But sometimes we need to be careful what friends we pick. Yeah, because sometimes they get us to do the things we shouldn't do. And Daniel knew that it was important sometimes to say no. Yeah, I forgot to move my head. Okay. It's important to remember to say no. Very good. Thank you, boys and girls. See you again. Don't forget, sometimes it's important to say no. And don't forget, choose the right friends. Bye.